with how confusing Monogatari is usually, add on a level of all the characters that we have known so far have been turned inside out, and we're practically on the same level of knowing what's going on. With Araragi trying to make heads or tails of how to escape this Mirai dimension, and being introduced to a less than recognisable Heart Underblade. What will Araragi's next moves be, and are they going to be just as convoluted? Yes. Yeah, they are. But we expect as much from Monogatari. Let's see some more. And other than the adults, I think we've seen pretty much everyone. One of the things that it used to be somewhat jarring whenever I thought about it, but overall it worked in the way that Monogatari does, where there's absolutely no one that is shown apart from those that are integral to the story. There are no bystanders, no extra students at the schools. But if we're telling each and every story from the perspective of, let's say, Araragi in this case, then he's not going to take notice of everyone else. Oh, I didn't know the kanji were that close. That there must be at least some connection between elements like that in this world. Contradiction should be commonplace for Araragi by now. There are several characters which are just contradictions. There would have had to be an origin point. Yep. I think I preferred it being that kind of mystery of what the origin was, but Shinobu being a princess originally does somewhat make sense. Is he being knighted? But he must not gaze upon her otherworldly visage. For better or worse. Does that mean he knows how to actually handle himself in normal interactions when it matters? The acoustics in that room are probably quite good. The first person that's actually asked for more clarification rather than working it out themselves. And I saw what looked to be like candelabras on the wall. Are they electric or candle? They're flickering, so I'm guessing candle. Who goes around lighting them all? What a simile. Like the moon and its reflection on the water. I was about to say that's strangely beautiful and poetic, but it's not so strange. It's that aura that she exudes. That was the plan, but it's been a few days. But just having a presence that will drive those around you to do insane things in your name, like crushing their own throat. That is an understatement, after everything that we have seen that Aragi has essentially been the centre of. I agree strongly with that meme. If you are the centre of things actually going wrong, you can claim to be a victim of those, but if you go around finding things to be a victim of, then that mindset is very, very bad. Just by his mere presence. But for this, yep. Then has he also been slowly sculpting others around him as well? I would like to know as well, so that probably would a question that I would ask. And that is an order. Well, more than necessary, so... After trying to work out what is true and what isn't, adding on the possibility of lies being told to you... You've got to escape the rainy devil if you go there again. Yeah, barely holding it together, I see. I can see why she would hold herself behind that veil, if that's the influence that she sets out. Rely on others. I mean, you could have used the door. That's kind of a cool power, but it would be extremely lonely. What about those that already want to die? And is it a reversible thing? Gets the point across. Is there a pleasant example? They are all elements of herself, though. Understandable. Why is Ononoki being the knight on the horseback? Just going on a stroll on the Great Wall, as one does. Does it feel like you're gauging up before the tides of battle now? I don't think I want to turn them in for the gift. Is there anyone willing to take on such a task? Well, does the Rainy Devil want to attack Senjugahara because that was the source of her affection? Have we seen? No, we haven't seen Hitagi. Warning. But having walking around all night and so many deep thoughts, he's not going to have time for much sleep. Of course. But seeing her in this light is still saddening to me. You can turn down your gaze a little. I know she's shrunk, but okay, can't you wait outside or something until she gets in a more presentable state? She is the one that is least changed. Surely there's easier ways of doing it. Yeah, be a nice little doggy and go through with the orders. She is being very much more forthwith than usual. Please be careful. It's not that difficult to wash a face, though. Turn off the tap. Take the plug out and all. What is the lesson that he's learned in this situation? I'm sure that little event has ample effect on what's coming up somehow. Well, that is how he came through. Maybe I should cut my hair, actually properly cut my hair instead of just talking about it, so it can't be used as handlebars. Not that I can think of anyone that would actually do it. Kind of an odd occurrence. What am I talking about? Odd occurrences. It's a Monogatari. That's not happening. What if... It's never going to be easy. I've learned that much so far. Yeah, simple. That is... Okay. Both of which I don't really have any recollection of what they are. Well, and live in this world, there are certain benefits of it, I guess. But there are very large disadvantages to this situation, or solution. He'd have a lot of going back and actually saving people from the apparitions again, if he chose that option. So much like Shinobu being resigned to that exile, so is Kambaru. Well, isn't he? Would you be easily able to make a decision like that, to give up a world which you know To live in a world that you know isn't your original. Yeah, what if the other one is trying to return? But I suppose under that definition, he kind of is an imposter. Vote him out! How quickly is that reference gonna die? Yeah, it's fine, she's only risking her life. There should be plenty of time to have a bath. Have a good look at that reflection as well. That was actually kind of impressive for a Monogatari little fight sequence. The small little bit we got there. And the surprise from Mononoke. Maybe you actually have to get in. What, has he got to set the mood properly? Put up some nice candles and relaxing music? Good question. Sure, but if you have that kind of attitude after stumbling into someone's bath, you're likely to get more than you bargained for. Who? Is that Kambaru's like mother? Because Gyne, what's her face? I can't remember her name, but it's not Tori. What happened to the original? What happened to Kambaru's mother in the original world? I can't remember if she died or if just kind of not in it. But yeah, there's a massive battle going on outside involving a living doll and a half-crazed monkey-armed rainy devil. I suppose here there's not enough time to check through the house to see if anyone else is currently residing there. We never got to see... Was it Kambaru's grandmother she was living with? But what a nice place to leave off, because the next episode will clearly show a nice bath time extravaganza, one that Monogatari is not afraid of showing. We've seen it multiple times in the past, and only this time it's... Yeah, I wonder how it would go down. If it was the original Kambaru in the spot, then we could probably be anticipating a nice Ayakadon, but not sure why my mind went there first. But now, having a conversation with someone who I believe he hasn't had any communication with in the past, so doesn't know the alternative characteristics, maybe this will help? After he's dealt with the police for breaking and entering. Come to think of it, Aragi has probably committed multiple felonies at this point, hasn't he? But good old Monogatari, no matter what world we are in, there is going to be convoluted solutions to problems that I don't think many of us would actually ever think of. And at the same point, somehow just seem to work out. But if you enjoyed this episode, then feel free to leave a like on the video. And if you want to make sure to never miss out in the future, turn on notifications, but first you'd need to subscribe. Now I know it's gone up actually, about 70 to 80% of you aren't subscribed, and I'm not angry, just slightly disappointed. Or whatever it is that you're meant to say in this situation, trying to be a father figure when we've just met a mother, so at least what I assume is a mother. Get yourself some rest though. Don't believe you want to miss out. In the sealed-off castle that is my channel, Sal, Raywin, Dynamite 1997, Shiwan, Stinsfire, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Big Boy, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else have helped feed my princessly aura. If you want to be the loyal subject to a not-so-beautiful princess, then please help out the channel by heading over to my Patreon. And once again, I hope you enjoyed.